Please don't spoil the movie
by adding your own soundtrack. Hi, my name is Beetlejuice.
My name is Charlotte York.
And welcome back to Please Don't Spoil the Movie. Speaking of Beetlejuice, it is coming in town. I just looked a couple minutes ago. In November, really need to, buy tickets.
Oh, the play?
Mm-hmm. I really want to see it.
Yeah, I really want to see it too.
Yeah, it's coming like...
You know what I see a lot on TikTok? That little scene.
Beetle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all you gotta do is say my name. I don't know your name. Let's have a play with the rain. One word.
Beetle.
Juice. Yeah, whatever.
Like,
whatever the fuck it is.
Yes. Beetle. Yes. Beetle something. She doesn't say
But good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming, and it's getting up there.
Yeah, when is it? From when to when?
It's like November 13th to like the 17th or something.
Oh, okay,
real
good.
short.
I just get back in town.
November 13th? You come back the 6th or something.
I come back the 8th.
Jesus. But yeah, and the tickets are going.
They're going.
Yeah, it's not.
All right, yeah, let's put that on our to-do.
Yeah. I really want to go.
What else is going on?
Nothing. I just got back in town for my little trip.
How's that? To where'd you go? Whitewater, Wisconsin?
Close. Broken Bow, Oklahoma. State that I didn't think I'd ever go to, but...
Freaking Oklahoma.
Oh, Oklahoma, where they were in bullshit from the...
How many KKK members did you guys encounter?
100. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Everyone.
How many burning crosses did you have to
Did
throw
have to
out?
to walk over? Like,
Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm just trying to go hiking. We didn't see that much people. I mean, it's a very small town. We spent a lot of time at a little Airbnb or cabin. It wasn't really a cabin, but it was more like an Airbnb. It's very nice. It was cool. It was chill. We did some hiking. Did some drinking. We went to their casino.
Okay.
The Native American casino. Themed casino. Hopefully it's run by Native American people and not the white man. But it was lovely.
Okay.
Great time. And I came back to work.
Did you get any money at the casino?
Drunkenly, I can't remember. I made $5 to $10.
Woohoo.
I made $10.
You'll go spend it all in one place.
I made $10 on roulette, and then I went to go play blackjack. And then I get confused on how much I spent. And then I won money. I think I walked away with like 10, maybe $10 to $15. And then I went to go play the slots. I'm gonna stop playing the slots, and that's where I lost all my money. Goddamn slots. Well, actually, I put 40 in, and I got like 42 back.
Right.
I lost it all, and like the very end, I got like 42 back, and I was like, let me just get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna play the slots anymore because I did great with blackjack. Besides Chancellor trying to tell me to keep on risking it. He's a risky player, and I like to play soft, and I feel like that works for me. But when I sit next to him, he's like, double down. I'm like, no, get the fuck out of here. I'm not doubling down anymore.
Get the fuck out of here.
I just lose.
I'm doubling up, baby.
Yeah, I just won't double it all. I'll just lose it. It's like you can add more, like you can increase your bet between different cards or whatever.
I appreciate you trying to explain it to me, but I'm sure I won't.
Yeah, that's fine. But it's just like I already put 10 down, and he's like double down, like add more money because I think I'm going to win, but I don't win. I just lose. Instead of losing $10, I lose $20 because he's like double down.
I thought double down means
no, not in poker. Or the double down. I mean, not poker, blackjack at least. Doubling down, like usually when we say it, it's like. Right. She really doubled down. Well, that's actually kind of how I use it. She really doubled down on what she said. So I'm saying I'm really doubling down on I think I'm going to win. So I guess it kind of means the same thing.
My brain cannot compute. Well, I'm glad you had a good time.
I hate when you say that, and I feel like I have to explain it.
Well, I really don't want you to.
I know you don't.
Quite all right.
She really doubled down on the fact that she doesn't want me to explain it.
Yeah, there we go.
Do you get it though? Do you know what it means in that context?
Every time I hear people use it, I feel like they're always using it the incorrect way. Like sometimes I hear people use it the right way, and then sometimes I hear people use it the wrong way. So I'm like, now I'm second guessing what double down means because I hear people use it the adverse way.
No, I've never heard someone use it the wrong way.
Like I've heard people like, oh, she doubled down on what she said.
Yeah.
When that person said something that actually amplified what they said.
Yeah.
Like if I said you're a liar, and I said, oh, I never said that. I think she's a sweetheart. I would say she's doubling down on what she just said.
Mm-mm.
That's what I felt double down by.
No.
And I've heard people use it that way. But I've heard people say, oh, she is a murderer. And then they say, she's killed 12 people. She's killed 100 people. So she's doubling down on what she said. So she's not only saying you're a murderer, but she's saying it again times 100.
The way I say it here, it is like someone who makes a racist comment. Like, so let's any celebrity who makes a racist comment, and then they go
and make like, more racist comments,
and then we say, "Oh, she really doubled down on those racist comments. She didn't take them back. She was like, yeah."
That doesn't sound like that's what that would mean.
To double down on it. Maybe
double down means twice going down.
You're taking it too literal.
I doubled down, like you double down twice. Not only did you go down one notch, you went down a second notch.
I don't think that's what it's supposed to
mean. But that's how it sounds, self-explanatory wise.
Yeah. Double down. Strengthen one's commitment to a particular strategy or course of action. Typically one that is potentially risky, which is when it comes into blackjack.
See, but I've heard people use it the other way.
They're wrong.
Well, I'm not alone in this.
You and that person wrong. And in blackjack, a double a bet after seeing one's initial card.
Fine, I guess it's settled. What else? That's all you got for us.
Yeah, what you been up to? Shaggy?
Nothing exciting
yet. Tight. What's exciting that you got coming up? You going?
I don't know.
You going on that work trip? What?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like,
maybe if I speak it, something exciting will happen. Who knows?
You had your excitement for this year.
Sure.
Wink, wink.
Okay. What? We starting this then? Because I ain't got you seen anything.
No, I haven't.
Me neither. I went to California for work. Mm-hmm. And on the plane, I started watching Challengers, but I didn't finish it.
Damn. What'd you think so far?
Did you watch it?
No, I need to.
Oh.
So much to do.
It honestly was just like...
boring.
Yeah, it was like a love triangle movie with tennis as the background. And Zendaya is a little... Her
bitchy.
character is a bit psychotic.
Yeah. Nothing.
Like, manipulative. Yeah. Like, ooh, I have these two men in the palm of my hand.
Was it like Cruel Intentions fun or just like...
I honestly didn't buy into her character. And I also didn't buy into how old they were supposed to be.
How are they supposed to be?
Well, I guess they were supposed to be like 30s. Like, I don't know.
Oh.
Like, she has a child.
Yeah.
Who's like 4. Zendaya with a 4-year-old child. She's a child bride. What are y'all doing?
I know. Well,
absolutely not. I mean, and then of course she actually is childbearing age. Like, she could actually very well have. She's like 29 years old. She very well could have a 4-year-old child, but like, no.
But yeah,
she's 17. We're all still 17.
I feel like our generation looks young.
Yeah.
They're like 30 and 1990s and 30 now.
Yeah, different. This like adult, like grown woman. I have a husband and a child. Like, I just like, no, she should be at the club. I just wasn't buying into it. And then she was also manipulative and like, I was like, I don't see that for her. Okay. I don't see this character for her.
Okay. Well, I'm going to watch it. I've heard you have to watch it a couple times. So when I watch it, I'm going to try to watch it a second time.
People said that?
She has said that to really understand or something. Get to watch it once or twice. And I've heard other people say that. Yeah.
I don't see that.
I don't
see how that's possible. Well, I guess finish it. But I don't see how that's possible.
I guess to see, I don't know, people's... Like in one, you might watch it the first time. She made it seem like if you watch it the first time, you
watch back and you miss something. And it's like, oh, that character. Okay,
yeah, like she might be the evil person, but actually he's crazy or something like that. Like,
I guess we'll see when I finish it, possibly
on your next plane ride.
Right on my next plane ride. So yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, that's all I got too. Just diving back into Supernatural. It's rocking my world. Love the show.
Excellent segue. Speaking of I had a stroke and none of you did anything about it. Speaking of Supernatural, excellent segue into the movie that we're doing. Think Supernatural. Perfect. Think spooky. Think dynamic group of 4. I was going to say dynamic duo.
Yeah. I got that part.
Think dynamic group of 4. Think 4 young kids. 2 male, 2 female. Think mystery. Think Young Detectives. Think abnormally looking van. Think beloved American Animal. Think Island. Think The Munchies. Think these two are potheads. Think purple. Think blue. Think orange. Think green. And think brown. The dog. That brings us to, drum roll please, Scooby-Doo. You didn't get it. I was like, what fucking movie are we doing? I was like, what movie is it?
Did I give you that dress, or is you still there for my
I took it at your closet. It is something warm. Thanks. Summary. 2 years after a clash of egos that forced Mystery Inc. to close its doors, Scooby-Doo and his clever crime-solving cohorts, Freddie Prinze Jr., Daphne, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Shaggy, Matthew Lillard, and Velma, Linda, Cardinellini? We'll go with that.
Damn, Scooby don't get a call out?
He's a voice actor. We don't know him.
Damn.
Blame whoever wrote this summary, not me, because I didn't write it this time. Straight off a Google search. The gang are individually summoned to investigate a series of paranormal incidents at the ultra-hip spring break hotspot of Spooky Island. The film is a live-action mystery comedy based on the long-running animated franchise of the same name. The movie is directed by Raja Gosnell and screenplay by James Gunn. James Gunn is like, he's done a lot. He's like big time. You know James Gunn?
No, name.
He made, let's see. I want to say... No, that's not him. Never mind. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
Suicide Squad.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he's directed these movies.
Oh, right. I kind of read somewhere there was like, after this, he took off into like the world of money.
Not the world of money. But yeah, James Gunn has some serious, qualifications under his belt. The movie was released June 14th, 2002, and distributed by Warner Brother Pictures. And development of the film began in 1994, originally with Mike Myers co-writing the screenplay, and later getting onboarded to play Shaggy as well. He's too thick. He's not slender enough or tall. You gotta be at least like 6'1" to do that role.
Yeah. He's just too...
He's too like...
Mike Myers.
5'9" and... He's not tall enough.
I can't.
You have to be lanky.
I also can't see him playing someone so relaxed. Like I don't know. Scooby's also kind of like, they're potheads.
I could see him playing it if he was 6'1" and 130 pounds. But he doesn't fit the bill.
Yeah.
The film was originally set to have a much darker tone, essentially poking fun at the original series, much like the Brady Bunch movie, and was set for a PG-13 rating.
Okay. Wait. Was the Brady Bunch dark?
No, but this is what they said on Wikipedia. I read somewhere that someone was like, consider it as if... Damn, I forgot what he said. It'll come back to me.
I guess I can see it because it... Like Marsha, that one who says that she's having
kind
a
of
mental
how like
breakdown.
I guess like the Brady Bunch movie kind of makes fun of the Brady Bunch. This was supposed to, I don't think necessarily make fun of it, but just have like darker jokes.
Yeah.
Like they were heavy on the pot jokes in the original. So Shaggy was set to be a stoner, and there were many marijuana references. I said that weird. Marijuana. There's many marijuana references.
G-gang.
Not ew. The film was shot on location in and around Queensland, Australia, and production started on February 12th, 2001 at Warner Brothers Movie World Theme Park in Australia, with over 400 cast and crew also taking over the Tangalooma Island Resort for 6 weeks.
Cool.
According to Sarah Michelle Gellar, after the cast had signed on, there was a change in the film and it became more family friendly. Though some of the original adult jokes are still in the film, they are also included in deleted scenes on the home and media release that we'll never see because no one has that shit anymore. Gellar also said her character and Linda's character, who plays Velma, shared an on-screen kiss that did not make the final cut.
I heard about this. Inappropriate. Don't know how that would fit into this.
Well, it was supposed to be a darker show.
Yeah.
I mean, a darker movie.
Yeah.
So when it was supposed to be raunchy and marijuana jokes and these chicks are making out and whatever, I guess it does fit. But in this now,
yeah,
it just like, how does that fit in here?
Yeah.
In this,
I do want to know like what part they would have, because I mean, you know, they kept a lot of the stuff, I'm sure, but and they did end up kissing. I wonder what scene that they kissed.
Oh, I've got that here for you.
Okay.
It wasn't just like for fun, she said. So they just didn't have them just kissing to kiss. There was like a reason for them to kiss.
Oh.
She said, explaining, it took place in the body switching scenes. So initially, the soul swapping scene, Velma and Daphne couldn't seem to get their souls back together, and so in the woods, to like help, they're like, oh well, maybe we should kiss, and your soul will leave my mouth and into your. So that was the logic behind it.
Oh, okay, it's a little better.
So yeah, they weren't just like, you want to kiss, and then Velma was like, yeah,
okay,
chinkies, let's get it on. In 2007, James Gunn even revealed that there was an R-rated cut of the movie. When it came down to casting, like mentioned, Mike Myers was considered to play Shaggy, and Jim Carrey also expressed interest, but the role ended up going to Matthew Lillard. When it came down to casting Fred and Daphne, ultimately, I think, I'm just summarizing, what's his name? Freddie Prinze Jr. was approached first and was interested in the role, and then once he kind of like, so they were dating at the time, you know, they're married.
Yes.
So they were dating at the time, so basically he got approached for the role. He was like, yeah, totally, I would love to do this. This is sick. Goes back home, tells his girlfriend, he's like, hey, you should try to hop on this. She goes back, hey, I want to play Daphne, and then that's kind of how that went.
10 out of 10.
Love it
for them.
You know, I don't love her Daphne portrayal. I mean, she does fine, but like, she doesn't give me Daphne. You know who gives me Daphne?
Who?
The chick who plays Mary Jane.
No.
I feel like she should have been Daphne.
What?
Yes.
Why? Because she's a little more ditzy?
And then when I read, okay, she basically got the dang role because her boyfriend was like, hey, I'm going to be in this movie. You should be in this movie. I was like, ugh.
What?
I think the casting overall fantastic. She's the only one who just like doesn't do it for me fully.
I'm ashamed to call you my sister.
I
loved her. I loved everyone.
I give her a 6.
What did you not like about her?
I don't think it's her acting. I think it's just her look. She doesn't read Daphne to me. She's not even a natural redhead. I would have much preferred they would have casted a natural redhead than put that freaking wig on her head. That's so obviously a wig.
You think you just got redheads lying around in Hollywood?
You know who's the natural redhead?
Mary Jane. Who?
Yes. The woman, Isla Fisher, the chick who plays Mary Jane. She's a natural redhead.
I didn't like her
They made her dye her hair blonde because she couldn't have, obviously, because that wouldn't make sense. But just give her the role. She's already a redhead. She's already there.
I didn't like her as Mary Jane.
Oh, I loved her as Mary Jane. I really enjoyed her.
She didn't do it for me. How's that feel? Does that hurt your soul?
You're only saying that because I said it.
No, I'm not. I mean it.
Okay, y'all.
I agree to disagree.
And that's about all I have. Didn't really get much of like, oh, this person was up for this role, but then they auditioned. Yeah. So, budget. Are you thinking?
So, yeah. Because I know Freddie Prinze Jr. got cat. He's made it. Sarah Michelle Gellar. You know, she's got Buffy.
And she's got Cruel Intentions. They're both big time.
Yeah.
They're both
now
big time.
it's the other two.
Matthew Lillard, he's somebody.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he's just Scream.
Yeah.
Now, Velma, She don't know Velma or anything.
She's got Freaks and Geeks.
Oh, that is her from Freaks and Geeks. That's all she got? She got some other stuff. But yes.
I mean, up until this point.
All right, okay. I'm going to say 60.
Maybe Legally Blonde. She might have Legally
Blonde.
Oh,
yeah. 60 mil?
Not quite. The thing, it was filmed in Australia. Look at all this fucking goops and gags, all these fucking roller coasters.
100 million.
Not quite. Find a happy medium between 60 and 100. Oh. And I literally mean
80.
You're close.
85?
There we go. $84 million. Box office.
I think I made a profit. 100 million.
No.
You know, I had to make a profit because it did number 2, so I had to make something that they were happy with.
Okay, good. Using your context clues, your deductive reasoning. All right.
120 million.
120 million? I don't like the way you
120
said that.
million, I'm sorry.
No.
One more?
Yes, you need
180?
No.
Too high.
No.
200?
No.
Too high.
Not high enough.
Oh, 250?
No.
300 million?
$275.7 million.
No wonder why they did a fucking second one. Jesus.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Do you know
the
what?
film received negative reviews by critics.
Boo, critics. Boo. You guys don't know anything.
Has amassed as a cult following and made this fucking money. So
yeah.
What the fuck do the critics know?
I saw on Rotten Tomatoes it had a 32% rating. Are you fucking kidding me?
32? I would give it at least a 59.
Like, who is rating this shit?
Right.
And what did they find wrong with it? It's Scooby-Doo.
Right. What did you expect? Right.
What are you finding wrong with it?
They said it's Scooby-Doo. No, but seriously, like, did you expect an Oscar-winning fucking script and performance
They were like, just didn't do it.
From a Scooby-Doo adaptation?
Yeah. Who's reviewing this?
Yeah, who
pissed me
off.
Who
are these fucking critics?
I did watch a couple Scooby-Doo episodes after I watched the movie. I watched Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. It's like one of the newer ones.
Is it an episode or is it a?
It's a show, but it's not like the original Scooby-Doo.
Oh.
It's like 2 seasons. It came out 2010.
Oh, how does it look? Does it look like the old one, or does it look like?
No, it looks a little new. I actually really like it a lot.
You like it a lot?
I like it a lot. Yeah. So it's newer.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of the same like they had one episode where like you remember the old school one had the girl band in it.
The Hex Girls.
The Hex Girls.
We're the Hex Girls, and we're gonna put a spell on.
So they bring them back in this one.
They bring back the fucking Hex Girls.
Yeah.
No, those are the fucking screams. God.
But this was a fun one if anyone wants to watch some Scooby-Doo.
I'm a Hex Girl.
I was gonna watch every single remake they had, but I didn't feel like it.
Every single one? That's like 1,000. And that
just like an episode or two.
To my next point, I hate when like, okay, something like Scooby-Doo or the Looney Tunes or whatever. Something that's like, it has like started off as one thing and they take it and they spin it and they make another show and a live action and then a made for TV episode and then a made for TV. I hate how there's like 1,000 different variations of Scooby-Doo. It gives me a fucking headache.
There are.
It's like too many.
But some of them, they're so different. Well, they're not so different.
Going on.
Like Velma's different.
Yeah, then we got Velma. Then we got the fucking live action Scooby-Doo that was awful that came on TV. We got this movie. Then we got the one that came out in the 60s. Now we got the adaptation that came out in 2010. It's like everybody. Who owns the rights to the Scooby-Doo?
Well, they're just people don't get tired of it. Hate to say it. And then you remember in Scooby-Doo and what's the tiny dog's name? I should know it. They had Scrappy. They had their own like show. It was, like,
did they really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It was like they had a lot of mysteries. It was just Scooby-Doo and Scrappy.
That kind of does sound familiar.
It was called Scooby and Scrappy-Doo.
Scooby and Scrappy-Doo.
Scooby-Doo. Damn, that's a lot of. There are a lot of shows. There's a lot of variation. Oh my god. Ooh, actually, Jay, you'd be so pissed if you were looking at what I'm looking at. Oh my god, there's even more than I thought.
I bet it does. I can't. Oh my goodness. I can't. It's too much.
I think the most recent Scooby-Doo remake has to be Velma. Has to be the one. And they had Scooby-Doo Guess Who, which came out in 2019 to 2021. Oh shit, I don't know that one. Well, if you're interested in finding all of these, I'm pretty sure they have all of them on HBO Max. If you're freaking interested. And some of these are on Tubi, the older ones. If you're fucking interested. Now I want to go down a rabbit hole and just watch all the Scooby-Doos.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Okay. Cast. Freddie Prinze Jr. as Fred Jones, Sarah Michelle Gellar as Daphne Blake, Matthew Lillard as Norville Shaggy Rogers, Linda Cardellini, as Velma Dinkley. Oh my God. Rowan Atkinson as Mondavarius, the guy who sends them or brings them to Spooky Island. Isla Fisher as Mary Jane. I don't think I'm saying her name right, but it's fine. And Miguel A. Nunez as Voodoo
Mama Juju.
This one, Voodoo Mama Juju. Where is that from?
I don't know.
Voodoo Mama Juju.
Voodoo Mama Juju.
Is that from Princess and the Frog?
Voodoo. It gotta be Mama Juju. Voodoo Mama.
Voodoo Mama Juju.
Where is that from? I don't know.
Did you look it up?
I'm trying to. It's not telling me. Oh, okay. No, her name is Mama Odie. I don't know who I don't know.
Oh, you want to know what that shit's fucking from?
No, I'm saying that. Why did she say that?
Voodoo Mama Juju. The African.
Wait, I don't remember.
When they play fucking the murder mystery game, fucking Savannah. What the fuck is it called? Dabs and something. There's been a murder.
There's been Savannah.
Voodoo Mama Juju.
I was like, what the fuck? That's hilarious. I was like, I don't know who this is from.
Oh God.
Voodoo
Okay.
Mama Juju.
Close enough. Oh, and then Neil Fanning voices the title character of Scooby-Doo.
All right. Before we start.
Oh, and then
Scotty
Inns, whatever, reprises his role as the voice of Scrappy-Doo. So he must have played Scrappy-Doo before.
Before I forget, what we do in the shadows started like yesterday. They dropped like 5 episodes or something like that. The final season. You have to catch up while you're on your trip.
Oh,
so go ahead and knock it out. They dropped like.
Why do I have to do that?
This is it. We gotta watch it live. This is all they got.
I know.
And they.
This is it.
This is it. Yeah.
This is it.
I want to watch it live. But they dropped like almost Netflix style. I think they did like the first half, and they're waiting some time for the second half.
I hate that. I hate that shit.
Yeah.
Now I remember 5 fucking years ago they used to all drop it at once. Now you gotta drop shit in fucking increments.
I prefer for them to do every week. Like I prefer.
I'd rather just give it to me all at once or once a week. Don't give me none of that half shit.
I want Netflix to do what Netflix promises all at once. I want TV shows to do what they promises once a week.
Well, Hulu's a streaming service. So I want all of the streaming services.
Well, it comes on FX though.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah, it's FX.
True.
FX is posted.
Well, I'm sure if you watch it on FX.
No, when I was looking on Hulu, because it comes, they were saying like you can watch all these episodes like tomorrow. When I was looking at it, they were like you can watch it at 2 a.m.
So like it doesn't air on FX at like 8 p.m. Central Standard Time.
I think it was airing. Like when I looked, I couldn't watch it yet. They were like, you can. It's available at 2 a.m. So I'm assuming that I don't know.
Who knows? Yeah. Who knows with cable and streaming services these days? Don't forget to like, rate, review, download. Because you didn't remember, so I'm remembering.
No, I put it right here.
I can't do everything.
Mention at the beginning of the podcast.
You didn't mention it at the beginning.
To download, to rate, review, tell your friends, tell your cousins.
But you didn't do it at the beginning. Though.
I just did it. I came up with the idea.
Drum roll, please.
No. You're just throwing drum rolls in where they don't belong.
I don't remember where they're going anymore.
Yeah. Movie. It's at 100. We see.
I love how you have 4 fucking bullet points.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention when I was watching this movie. So hopefully.
Oh my god! Fuck! Neither was I!
Hopefully we could do this.
We're due!
I have the.
Oh my god, I was not paying attention at all.
Wikipedia up. It's just one of those movies I just watched 1,000 times, and I feel like I was never paying attention to it.
Right.
I had to read the Wikipedia. I was like, let me just see what. Let me read what I watched here.
I was literally like, I was like, thank God Jordan watches these movies because I was like, I'm not watching this shit at all. I have no idea what's happening.
I wasn't really paying attention. Just seeing so many times, and there's just a lot of action scenes. Like,
right.
But it starts off with the bang, which I really appreciate because you don't need to explain Scooby-Doo. We know what fucking Scooby-Doo is.
We know who these fucking kids are.
Yes.
Man.
So we're in a factory.
A toy factory.
Factory. You know what's wrong?
I know.
RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh,
Remember
I
those
would have never got
Factory? Remember that skinny
No,
black girl?
I don't know that reference.
You remember the two skinny girls? It was like the black girl, and that skinny white girl.
And we've seen a lot of
like it was like Got Milk season.
Oh, the Factory. No,
Yeah. I forget her name.
That wasn't that.
Factory? We used to say it all the time, Jade. Not making it up. So we start off with a banger. We're in some kind of factory, and we see
Mystery Incorporated.
And first thing we see is Daphne coming through like a glass wall, held by some kind of ghost figure.
Some kind of ghoul, some type of goblin. She's already been kidnapped. She's playing her damsel in distress role.
Which is, I forgot, when I was watching, because I was watching the cartoon versions, and literally, she did get kidnapped every episode, but it was like she got kidnapped, they couldn't find her, and then like 5 seconds, it was just like easier to find her. I was just like, this is so silly. This bitch really got kidnapped every episode. Huh. It's ridiculous. While she's begging everyone to hurry the F up and save me, Fred and Velma have some plan how they're gonna capture this ghost.
Spooky ghoul ghost that's flying through the toy factory.
While Scooby-Doo and Shaggy are doing what they do best.
Hiding. So, in the midst of all of this, the the goblin, he's flying around, this ghost. But he's like a funny-looking ghost.
It's like a clown ghost.
He's flying around with Velma on his shoulder. He comes across Scabby. Scrappy? Scabby.
I'm not gonna help you with that, because I don't know who we're talking about, but you need to know their names. So I'm not gonna...
What the... Shaggy! Why did I want to say Scrappy?
Scrappy is
like the
tiny
mini dog.
Yeah.
That's too confusing. Okay, Shaggy.
That's the point.
The ghost comes across Shaggy and Scooby hiding. They run off in terror in the midst of them being bumbling idiots. They kind of fuck up the plan that Velma and Fred have going on.
Which is it's a common trope. They do it every episode. They they make a trap, it fucks up, and then somehow the trap works.
And then somehow they still catch the bad guy. So in the midst of Scooby and Shaggy's fuck up, Velma and Fred, I guess the only competent two of the four, are able to still catch the bad guy.
Yeah, everyone fucks up, comes together, and they capture this ghost together.
Yes.
10 out of 10. You've seen it. You've seen Scooby-Doo. It's the same old shit.
Right.
So at this point, they got the ghost.
It's Old Man Jenkins.
It's Old Man Jenkins.
He's pissed. In comes Carmen Electra, by the way.
You know why they did that?
They needed a celebrity, because they used to have random fucking celebrities come in on the Scooby-Doo episodes.
Well, I guess I won't be able to say it, because you stole my line.
So, they catch the fucking ghost guy. It's Old Man fucking Jenkins. Then, Carmen Electra pulls into the fucking toy factory in the Mystery Inc. van. The staple Mystery Inc. van. I was like, who gave her the fucking keys to the car?
Right.
I thought that was weird. I was like, no one should be driving that car except for Fred.
Yeah.
It was the only person we've ever seen drive it. That's the only person who needs to drive it. Whatever. She comes in. She hugs Fred. Thanks for saving the day. They reveal that the ghost goblin is Old Man Jenkins. He's doing this because he didn't get Carmen Electra's phone number, and he's pissed about it. Because he's like, I'm such a romantic guy. I'm just old. And she's like, I don't want you. So... Oh
my God. Did not know if you were fucking with me or not.
What?
About that story. I mean, I was about to start laughing. I was like, wait, maybe that's what happened. Someone's making attention.
I think he did want to know.
No, yeah, that probably makes sense. Because, I mean, in the movie, she's not Carmen Electra. She's just...
she's herself.
Oh, she is?
She plays herself.
Oh, the owner of the factory.
Yeah. I don't know if she's the owner of the factory, but she's using that factory to produce some, like, artificial, like... Not artificial. What are those things called?
Robots?
Not robots. Action figures.
Oh, action figures, gotcha.
So Fred comes through. The news station's there. All of the Mr. Inc. fans are there. Girls are fangirling over Fred. The news reporter goes up to Fred and he's like, Fred, how were you able to crack this case and yet again save the citizens of Mr. Inkville from this terror and destruction? And Fred is taking all of the credit, all of the attention, all of the limelight, knowing damn well Velma is the fucking brains behind the operation. And Velma's standing in the back, pissed. Tight. And Fred's like, you know how I did it? Because I had a plan. And Velma's like, yeah, my plan. You know what pisses me off? This isn't the first time he's done this. He does this all the time.
Yes. She's been sick of it.
And I thought that's crazy.
Everyone's got their trope.
He does this every single time. Like, this is how this goes. They solve the mystery, and then he gets all the credit for it.
He's the face.
I would murder him. That's not gonna work.
I wonder the dark version of this. I wonder what happened in it, because we boxed it at one point.
Right. Because this
I'm feeding you to a monster.
Fly.
This isn't gonna work for me.
So Velma's pissed. They're making their way out the van, and Velma's like, "Hey, Fred, you fuckface! How the fuck did you steal my idea again?" And he's like, Velmster, calm your fucking tits. And she's like, no, I'm sick of this shit. And then Daphne's like, she has to fucking get her 50 cents in. And she's like, well, how do you think it feels being the damsel in distress who always gets kidnapped? And so now they're fighting. Shaggy's trying to de-escalate the situation. He's like, hey, guys. Remember, we're like one big Sunday. Fred, you're the banana. Velma, you're the creamy mustard sauce.
Some gross
disgusting. And Daphne, you're the hot jalapeno that goes on top.
You know, in some places,
that's the worst fucking Sunday I've ever heard of.
Is in this movie. He is Shaggy and Scooby vegan? Are they vegan in this one?
You know, he does eat like an eggplant burger.
Yeah,
I don't think they're vegan. No,
I think in this one they are vegan.
Why do you think that?
He's eating stuff like that when he's on the plane. Right. He's like, I don't know.
Because he's eating a mustard sundae. He's vegan.
Because he's eating a that vegetarian burger. When they're on the plane,
the girl's like, yeah, they're vegan. But doesn't mean he's
I don't know. So
he's eating them because he's
vegan. Shaggy Rogers from Scooby-Doo is a vegetarian, but sometimes he eats meat. I don't know.
Oh, he is a vegetarian? I've never heard of that doesn't make any sense. Well, I guess he's a hippie.
Yeah.
It just doesn't really go hand in hand.
I don't know. Someone's saying behind the
scenes.
Munchies
and a vegetarian just doesn't.
I don't know. Yeah. But I feel like in this movie he was kind of supposed to be vegetarian or didn't eat meat. I don't know.
Yeah, because when he was eating that fucking eggplant fucking burger, I was like, this is disgusting.
Yeah. But in some of the cartoons, the one I watched yesterday, he was for sure eating a burger. But I feel like in this one he was, I don't know.
It's hard to keep up.
Man.
So, Velma's like, you know what? I'm sick of this shit. And she's like, I quit. And Daphne's like, no way, because I was just about to quit. And then Fred's like, hey, what about me? I want to quit too. So, they all quit.
And except Shaggy, he's like, I need this, guys. You know what I think is weird? Because I don't think Velma and Fred are dating. No, not Velma.
Daphne
and Fred are dating.
Oh, also, I'm glad you pointed that out. Because, okay, so Freddie Prinze Jr. and Sarah Michelle Gellar, they're a couple in real life while filming this movie. They're dating. They're together. And then, so they play a couple in the movie, apparently. I read that this portrayal
first of its kind
is the first time that they ever like portrayed Daphne and Fred as a couple, even though they're not really a couple in this movie
until the very end.
Into the next one. Yeah, are they dating in the next one?
Yeah, I think so. He's like, pretty, you're pretty. This is what you're looking for. Definitely not fat.
Yeah, remember that?
Definitely not fat.
Definitely not fat.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
And the one. Once again, the Scooby-Doo I watched, they weren't dating. They were starting to get to dating. It was like Daphne wanted to date him, but Fred was like, let's be friends. And then also...
Not he's friend-zoning fucking Daphne.
But I think at one point, by the time he starts liking her, she's like, I need a break from chasing you. And then also, Velma is trying to get with Shaggy.
Oh. I don't like that.
And they're actually dating.
Everybody doesn't need a date.
And in Velma...
We all just need to be high school friends here.
And in the show Velma... Shaggy, whose character's black, which is fun. He's
obsessed with Velma.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
Yeah,
that doesn't count though. That's like a.
I mean, it's like it's all different. I don't know. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I mean, I guess all in the Scooby-Doo
universe.
Yeah, universe.
Scooby-Dooby.
But what happens with Velma doesn't really count. Huh? Didn't they make fucking? I read somewhere that they made fucking Scooby a black girl or something.
What? In which one?
In Velma. And I was like, yeah, I'm hacking this shit up. I read that on Twitter, but you know, the internet can be misleading.
Oh, wait. I don't remember. See, I don't remember Scooby even having a dog. So, I haven't watched the new season. Well, hold on. Let me go.
Because I've seen episode 2. And I feel like where I read, they introduced like a black girl who dates
Shaggy.
Shaggy.
Yeah.
And I want to say someone said that she is supposed to be Scooby-Doo.
No. Who said that?
That's what I saw on Twitter.
I don't. Her name is like Gigi or something. I think that's who it is. No.
Okay. Can't believe everything you see on the internet.
Unless they literally have like this one person. Like, why isn't Scooby in Velma?
Oh yeah. Why isn't it?
Animation also.
Yeah, you can't have fucking Scooby. Well, I guess you don't have Scooby-Doo. You have Velma, but you can't have some sort of variation of fucking Scooby-Doo without fucking Scooby-Doo.
I don't know. I don't know why they didn't do it.
Anywho, so they break up.
I don't know why people don't like Velma that much. It's okay.
Yeah, I don't know why everybody was hating on it, but I thought everybody was hating on it because she made
Mindy
Scooby-Doo a black girl, and they was like, "Why y'all got this black girl as a dog?" And, you know, Mindy Kaling, people already be like, with her, you know.
I don't think I'm gonna do additional research, but I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
When I read it sounded crazy, but I was like, why would they lie to us?
Yeah, I don't think.
Why would my Twitter feed lie to me?
Shit. Unless people
They've
are
never
like,
steered me wrong.
Unless people are putting this is what Scooby-Doo always does, and while the name might not be Scooby-Doo, that character is supposed to give Scooby-Doo. But even when I watch the show, it's a girl. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know them. Well, the gang, they break up. Okay.
Have to. 2
years later, we see Scabby.
Who are you, me? But this is like the worst one because it's not like it's a name you should know, like from history. Scabby.
From history.
Her name is Scrappy.
Scabby.
Ew. Scooby-Doo. Scooby and Shaggy are living their best life in their van, eating, chilling by the beach.
Plant-based eggplant fucking burgers with chocolate and hot sauce on top.
Assumingly high as thick.
Yeah.
When they get a knock on the door.
You know, it wasn't until I watched this. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, they're supposed to be stoners.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Even like when we see them again.
Because as a child, I was like, I didn't know that they're hungry all the time because they're high.
Mm-hmm. Even in this scene when we meet them, they're playing "Pass the turkey to the left hand, the W, pass the Dutchie to the left hand side."
Is that a weed song?
Yeah, it is. Pass the Dutchie.
That's weed.
It's supposed to be like a blunt.
Okay. Well, so they're in their van. They just finished getting high. We don't see it though, and they're eating their eggplant burgers when they get a knock on the door of their van, and they're looking for Shaggy and Scooby, this gentleman.
I think they assume this, like, they owe someone money and, like, they're wanted, so they're, like, hiding. They're like, no, maybe? No, they're like, we need you to solve a mystery. And they're like, fuck no.
Yeah. They're literally like, this guy's knocking on the door. He's like, hey, we need your help solving a mystery. He's like, fuck no. He's like, but my employer, who works at Spooky Island, he's like, we don't go anywhere with the word spooky, haunted, ghostly, or something else. We ain't fucking with it. And the guy's like, look, we can pay for your flights. We can offer you $10,000. He's like, no, thank you, not interested.
Money's not.
He's like, free room and board. No, thank you. And he's like, and all you can eat food. Well, they're in.
Right.
They're sign them the fuck up. You should have led with that.
You had me in all you can eat food.
And they're in. They've booked their flight to
Spooky Island.
All these fucking S words. Fucking Scrappy, Shaggy, Scooby, Spooky. I can't keep up.
That makes you feel better, Jade.
They booked their flight.
If I can do it, you can do it.
They booked their flight to fucking Scooby. Oh my god. Spooky. They booked their flight to Spooky Island.
That's right. You know,
why was so hard?
I don't know why that was so hard. I always thought it was crazy that it was 2 years later. Because I could have sworn it was like 6 months.
Yeah, I thought that was crazy. I was like, y'all haven't seen each other in 2 whole fucking years.
Best buds.
I was to say.
They could at least said 1 year. 2 years hurts my heart.
Yeah.
That's like hurtful.
1 year, yeah, would have been fine.
Yeah.
2 years does hurt.
2 years, it could have been 3 years. Could have y'all never talked again in your whole life. I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
So, today's the day to book the flight to Spooky Island.
Board the plane.
Yes.
Book it.
We see Velma. She's arrived. She's ready to solve a crime. And then from afar, she sees a beautiful man by the name of Freddy. And she's like, oh, Freddy, hey, what you doing? They're like catching up, and then they realize they're on the same freaking plane as Spooky Island. They see Daphne.
It's not that easy, huh?
It's not that easy.
You
Daphne
fucked it up.
No, I didn't fuck up with Scooby, Scrappy, or Spooky. See how I did that?
You did it right one time. Do it 4 times in a row.
Okay. I will.
So they see Daphne as well. So Velma, the only one who has like the real brains, clearly realizes that they all have been called to Spooky Island by the one and only Mondovarius, the owner of Spooky Island, for some sort of reason. Why, they don't know. Then Shaggy and Scooby arrive. Scooby is not allowed on the plane because he's a dog.
He's
so
a big
he's
dog.
dressed up as a old elderly woman.
My favorite part is when Fred goes.
And then Velma's like, no one could possibly think that's an old lady under there. And then Fred's like, who's the old bag?
That is
fucking
stupid.
Who's the old bag?
I forget how stupid he's supposed to be. He says stuff, I'm like, oh my god, he's supposed to be a freaking idiot.
Right. He's actually really dumb.
He's actually really dumb.
So they all get on the plane. Shaggy and Scooby take their seat, and they take their seat next to a young, beautiful Mary Jane, who is boarding the plane as well to Spooky Island. It's love at first fight.
Love at first.
Am I drunk?
Sight of Scooby snacks.
It's love at love. Jordan, I can't.
You're fired.
I can't do it. Fucking turn the mics off.
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done. I quit.
Be done on your own time. Let's go. Get back to it.
Fuck. They sit down, and it's love at first sight between Mary Jane and Shaggy. And Mary Jane pulls out a bag of Scooby snacks, and Shaggy's like, holy fucking shit, I love Scooby snacks. And she's like, really? I've never met anybody else who loves Scooby snacks. People always talk about me for eating them, but they're vegetarian. And I'm vegetarian, so yeah.
Also, they're dog food.
And it's fucking dog food.
This is disgusting.
So yeah, they hit it off, the two.
But we find out that she's allergic to frickin' dogs, which might be her biggest, red flag.
I know, yeah, she's allergic to dogs, which doesn't really help because, his best friend's a dog. So.
I don't think they're going to last. For that simple fact.
Know.
He's obsessed with Scooby.
She's going to have to take her allergy medication.
Yes, it's not going to work.
So the plane lands. They've arrived. They're in Spooky Island, okay? They notice there's spring breakers everywhere. College kids everywhere.
It's a turn island.
It's a turn party. It's a hot spring break spot. I almost fucking messed that up. And I had to think about it really hard.
There you go.
Oh my god.
Use your brain.
This is crazy.
Yeah. Something's wrong with you.
I know.
It could be as good as me.
Shut the fuck up. So upon arrival, as they're getting off the plane, getting onto Spooky Island, gorgeous island, they are greeted by Mr. Mondovarius, the owner of Spooky Island.
Hello, welcome to my island.
Mystery Inc. Oh my god, you guys made it. I'm so happy to see you here. And they're like, yeah, why the fuck did you bring us all here? What the fuck is the tea? Because Mystery Inc. is actually broken up. Mr. Mondovarius.
Yeah.
And he explains to them that there's something going on his island. Upon arrival, these college students, they're full of life, they're drunk, they're excited, they're happy, they're ready to turn up, right? But when it's time for them to leave, they flip the switch. They're completely different people.
Stoic.
They're stoic. Hey, that's the word I was going to use. They're stoic. They're boring. They're dry.
Almost.
Militant. And then they're using this really weird wannabe 1993 slang. Yo dog. What's happening with all the haps? Now we both got it. Yeah. So that shit's going down. And he's like, I don't know what the fuck that's about.
I need you to fix this.
And
he thinks there's a curse. He's like, there's a curse on this island. I know of it.
And he's like, I need y'all to get to the bottom of it.
I need you to figure out who is doing this curse, because it's not me.
Yeah, and then Daphne breaks the news to him, and she's like, look, we're broken up. And he's like, but look, that's the whole exciting thing about it. You guys haven't been together in 2 years. This is a new opportunity for y'all to lay some groundwork, get your toes back in. I'm excited to see what you fuckers can do.
Mm-hmm. So while Scooby's hoping to get everyone back together, the whole gang is like, everyone else is like, I'm going to solve this.
Shaggy.
Oh, shit. Right.
Not so easy now, is it?
Well, I didn't say Scappy. What'd you say?
Scabby.
Shaggy and Scooby are hoping to get the gang back together, while everyone else on the team hopes to solve this case on their own. The only one with true potential, Velma. Unless some person
Velma was working at fucking NASA during these 2 fucking
Oh my god, yeah. I was like, Velma, priorities, girl. And then
yes.
Fred,
Velma, this shit is actually beneath you.
Yes.
You're gonna be part of this group who doesn't fucking appreciate you. This fucking heterosexual white guy is taking all your fucking credit. Velma, you're not fucking... Go elsewhere.
And then Fred wrote a book. What was it called? The Two Faces of Fred or something?
Yeah, like the
narcissistic book.
Right.
While
layers of a white privileged man.
While what's the other one? Daphne, she learned karate because she doesn't want to be a damsel.
Oh yeah, she doesn't want to be a damsel in distress anymore. So they've all except for Fred and Shaggy, except for the men. But the women have been working on themselves.
Yes.
So yeah,
they're off. One of the things that they do in their own groups, Velma goes to attend like a performance put on. I think it's supposed to be like a ritual. That's what they're like they're trying
a spooky ritual that is like talking about how Spooky Island is on top of like sacred historical land, but this is clearly orchestrated by Spooky Island.
Yes. So this guy who appears to be like a higher up on the island, I guess to us he comes off as an actor. We soon find out he's like a henchman. He tells the story of how like these ancient demons used to rule on this island, and they've been plotting their revenge since they've been displaced by the island. And it's supposed to be this real spooky thing. So that's what we learn about like the history of the island.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Shaggy's hanging out with Mary Jane once again. They're hitting it off. They're doing the little what's that game?
Like the cane puller.
Yeah, that thing. They're hitting it off. And then Daphne finds this guy who is doing this voodoo ritual. He's on the island, but he's like a little bit off from like the resort part. He's got his own little shack by the beach, and she stumbles upon him doing a ritual, sacrificing a chicken. She interrupts his sacrifice, saying, "Hey, that chicken's alive." And he's like, "You don't think I know that?"
No, that chicken's already dead. You think I already know that? That's why it's got a head cut off.
She's asking him all these questions of like, what do you know about the island? Is there anything like, I don't know, I can solve or I should know that's spooky?
Any like knowledge or advice? Here's some advice. Purple is a fall color. It's the middle of May.
It's Joanno Man.
Yes. He eats her up.
Yes.
He ate her up with that one.
And the one bit of advice that he gives her is to not go on that little
spooky looking castle on top on the island.
On the hill. And she's like, "Huh! You told me not to go in there in hopes that I do go on there
so you can trap me.
But you don't want me to go in there." I don't know. She makes this whole thing about it. How you don't want me to go and you do want me to go, but if I do go, you don't go. Hence, you do want me to go. I don't know. He's like, "Bitch, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm a black man here. I'm not playing this.
I'm not playing.
I'm not with the shit
that you doing."
Right. I honestly, the only reason I'm selling this island because I can't afford to take it. Or I would be deuces out.
So she's like, "I'll get to the bottom of this, you scary voodoo man."
Yes.
And she leaves.
Yeah.
And then so she ultimately goes. I don't know what the fuck. I don't think he's doing anything.
I don't think Fred's doing anything. And then Scooby,
looking at himself in the fucking mirror.
Right. Scooby almost gets kidnapped at one point. He gets a phone call and someone's like, "Hey, I got some hamburgers in the middle of the forest for you." He goes out to the middle of the forest of the island and he sees a random sign that says hamburgers. He starts to try to eat them, and then behind him, we'll call it a monster
a demon monster.
Tries to grab him. My favorite part is he puts the bag over his head and the demon takes it off.
And he's like, "Hey,
put it back."
And then puts it back.
So they're fighting. I'm assuming the demon wanted to take him for reasons that, we don't know yet. But Scooby gets away. He tries to tell Shaggy there's a monster out there. But Shaggy's like, look, monsters don't exist. You're just trying to ruin this special moment between me and Mary Jane. I need you to chill. I haven't gotten snatch in such a long time. Probably never, honestly.
Too busy getting high.
Too busy getting high, eating food, and chilling with my dog.
And then so Mary Jane starts to sneeze because she's allergic to the fucking dog. And she's like, well, I guess I should go to bed. She gives Shaggy a kiss.
Who is she there with?
Good night. Her friend, Marianne. I just saw my friend Marianne. There's something wrong with her eyes.
Oh, she really does have a friend named
Beth
Marianne.
Ann. Or Beth Ann.
Okay. I kind of remember saying that. She ain't no friend.
She might have been making it up. Yeah, it could all
What
be
a fun
wrong.
island. Would you go to this island?
Oh, if it was like this?
Yeah.
Yes.
What other
I don't know, because this doesn't exist. So
I said, would you go to this island? Not the boring version of this island. Would you go to Spooky Island in this movie?
yes, if I knew that these demon soul monsters, if I knew that my soul would be fine at the end of the day, yeah.
You don't know about this. You're not part of the gang. You don't know shit. You just there to party.
Oh, I'm not privy to
You're not privy to anything. Are you Mary Jane just coming to a party on an island?
I guess it's how spooky are they presenting the island in reality?
I don't know, but I don't even know why that's the theme
Yeah.
of this island. Random. Like, who's this
Everyone's
for?
gotta have a theme. For the spooky motherfuckers.
But it's like, why
They
though?
want to be spooked.
Yeah, why can't you just be like
I would X the same thing as why
Beach
is
Island?
there
I don't know.
why is there a horror genre? Who the fuck is this shit
Oh, come
for?
on. Horror's amazing, honey.
Well, so is Horror Island.
I guess. Spooky Island. I would go.
Or Horror Island.
Horror Island.
That's an island. Sign me up for that one.
Horror Island? Slut bag island. Ticket for one for Jade here. What?
Sign me up. Okay.
So everyone's done their own thing, and they've all realized that they need to go check out this haunted house ride on this resort.
The castle that the voodoo man told Daphne not to go into.
Everyone is
somehow, they all find themselves in there.
except Scooby and Shaggy.
They're not about that shit.
Yeah.
But Daphne offers them Scooby snacks, and they agree to enter. So, they all stumble upon each other in the spooky castle, and they're like, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? And then Fred's like, you know what? Let's break up.
Ugh.
Daphne, he almost picked Daphne, and Velma's like, typical. And he's like, what? Oh, nothing. I was just always picked last for the group. Picked last? There's only 4 of y'all.
Yeah.
Like, so, I mean, like, if you're not first, you're last.
Yes.
Like,
I don't even know why we need to break up.
I don't even know why we need to fucking break up.
There's not much. There's not enough for us to break up.
So, Fred's like, okay, never mind. Velma, you come with me. Daphne, you go here. And Shaggy and Scooby, you guys do whatever it is the fuck that you guys do.
Literally, he says that.
So they go off in their teams.
The only people who actually find something of worthy to me is...
Well, it's really Daphne. She finds a little thing.
Oh, she does find the demon... Okay, sorry. 2 people. So, Daphne goes on by herself.
I honestly don't think... The information that Fred and Velma gather, I'm like, what does this really have to do with anything?
I did not realize until I read this fucking thing. So, anywho. So, yes, Daphne goes on by herself. She finds this thing called the demon-ritis. Am I saying right?
Yeah,
demon-ritis.
It's like this gold triangular
It's like a pyramid.
ancient relic.
Yeah, it looks like
that has insignia and inscriptions and hieroglyphics and shit all over it.
Pyramid-shaped artifact.
There you go.
And then Fred and Velma, while poking around, because this is this whole scene where they like almost die and everyone almost dies.
Everybody almost dies in the castle.
Yeah.
Just remember that.
Just
We're not going to explain it, but everybody almost fucking dies.
So, Fred and Velma, they find this room. So apparently, they watch a film, and the film was to educate inhumane creatures, so like the monsters, about human culture, so that when they get into, at this point, I don't think they realize what the fuck they're watching. But the point of the film was so that the creatures,
are in the bodies,
they
of
know
the
how to
humans,
act.
Okay, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
It
You know
was,
what?
but
I
it just
never
wasn't.
got it.
It wasn't well explained.
Yeah, you know what?
I mean, that's what I thought it was. But I was just like,
I never got
y'all
it.
should have made it more clear.
You know, every time I watch the movie, I was just like, I'm just gonna skip over this part in my mind.
Yeah,
Because I don't really get it.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, because it also doesn't make sense why they would be. I mean, I guess it's the abandoned ride place, so maybe that's where they host people. But like, you know, we never see this place again. It's not crawling with creatures or anything.
Oh, the castle?
Yeah, it's just like a random like what?
I guess that's where they keep the ancient relic.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And that's where they have their demon training center.
And another thing that throws me off. What's with the wrestling?
That was just the wrestler throws me off. What the fuck is with the wrestler?
I was trying to figure out what the fucking point was. I wasn't able to
Yeah,
find.
the wrestler.
Like what's his
That's
theme?
why this bitch got a 34 on Rotten Tomatoes. Because that motherfucking wrestler, I was like,
Like,
why is he in here?
Why is he in here? Why is his posse a posse of wrestlers?
What are we doing with this wrestler?
It doesn't go with the theme of Spooky
And then,
Island.
okay, so here's the thing. Because then you have, spoiler alert, you've got Mondavarius, who's the evil guy. But then you got the other evil
the
guy
henchman.
who was telling the story with
Yeah.
Velma. But then you also, his guy
Henchman
is the fucking wrestler. There's too many.
There's too many
Why does the
layers.
main guy got a side guy? Then the side guy got his side guy.
And then why is
And
the
then-
side guy
And
a
then we
fucking
got
wrestler?
yeah. And then we throw the little person in there. Is he the wrestler side guy?
Why is he there? Is he holding the place down? Does he know about the monsters?
I think he's the watch guy.
Why?
I don't know.
And then why?
Why is any of this? Yeah, what is this tier system? I don't know.
And why are we keeping it in this place? I just don't understand.
I don't know.
Anyway,
Anyway, they all almost die.
Yeah, and then right after they finish this film, the alarms go off. Intruders. And then the henchman, how you say his name? Mondavarius's henchman, the guy who was telling the ritual earlier, and the wrestler guy and his team, they come up and they pull up and they're like, let's find these people. But, you know, Daphne and the gang and everyone are hiding and they're able to get away with the demonitis and everything. So they make it back to the resort and they assign Velma to investigate the demonitis, you know, because she's got the smarts. I think even at one point, at this point, they're kind of working together. I feel like they got into their groove. The main guy, Mondavarius, is like, how's everything going? They let him know they have 3 suspects.
Yes.
Voodoo Mama Juju. Who was the
guy who was telling the creepy story
what
to
is his
Velma.
name?
Yeah, I don't know his name.
What is
It's
his
not
name?
on here. Ingutana.
So Ingutana. I've never seen that again, so thank you for that information. I'm going to forget it from my brain. Ingutana, he's like, that's another person. And they point to the owner of the island, Mondavarius. They're like, and you're a suspect.
Me?
He's
And
confused.
then Fred's like, yeah, but only because you creep me out.
But hey, he's onto something. So everyone goes parts their ways. Velma does her thing. She's at the bar. She's researching this out in the open, which I think is very stupid.
Yeah.
Because clearly the person who's
Bitches, you don't go your room
Yes.
with that ancient ass relic.
and then like clearly people are watching y'all. They know
Right.
like they know about y'all. Y'all have this thing you're not supposed to have out in the open at the bar.
Dumbass.
But she's investigating. She gets it open. She's like, what is this? Anywho, some boy comes by and they begin flirting. And she needs her snatch. I think it's important that, you know, she has a love interest. Because everyone does in this movie. And, you know, even Velma gets one. But while this is happening, while she's flirting with her crush and reading over the demonitis, what do we say his name was?
Oh, OG. Ogutana?
Let's call him
Ogutana.
OG. I'm going to call him OG. OG is
Ingutana.
Ingutana. He's peeping game. He sees that she has the demonitis. And he's staying very, very close by. So, they're at the hotel. Everyone's doing their own thing. Then, Scooby steps away. He's hanging out. He's having a great time. Looks behind himself. Outside, he sees a monster. He starts freaking out. He goes to Fred. He's like, monster, monster. Fred makes an announcement. Hello, everybody. As the last time I'm say it, monsters are not real. Sorry,
Yeah.
and then the fucking demon monsters, they break in and they
They come
wreak havoc.
through. the damn windows. They bust through the motherfucking building. They're going fucking rampage.
Yes.
In that bitch.
They take...
Everyone's running in fear and terror. Daphne's over there hooping and hollering. Velma over there hooping and hollering. Fred over there hooping and hollering. Scooby scared. Mary Jane scared. Shaggy scared. Everybody scared. Monsters everywhere.
Fred gets captured. Velma gets captured. Even Amanda Various gets captured. But luckily...
Velma?
Daphne.
Shaggy.
No, Velma's gone. Daphne,
Shaggy. I didn't say Velma.
You said Velma.
I said Velma the first time.
Yeah.
Daphne, Shaggy.
So,
but I said it the first time, and then 40. I had already moved. We moved past.
You said
that.
Velma, Daphne. You said that.
Whatever. Daphne, Shaggy. I'm pretty sure I said whatever. Daphne, Shaggy. Whatever. And Mary Jane and Scooby
are left.
They have not been captured.
And Daphne does have the demonitis.
And she got it from Velma?
Yeah, I think she just grabbed it when Velma got captured. She's got it.
Okay.
They're off to the side. They're like, oh my god, what are we gonna do? They're hiding.
And Daphne, they find a place to hide. Daphne's like, okay, we've gotta make a plan to find Fred and Velma. And Shaggy's like, okay, I had a similar plan. Let's get the fuck off this island and leave Fred and Velma. And Daphne's like, no, Scooby.
I can't do that, actually.
Velma and Fred always save the day, and they always get all the credit. Now, this is our chance to save them.
Yeah, so the B team has to step up.
Yeah, the B
team's out. B team's
out. team's out. Time for fucking B team to get to fucking work.
But Mary Jane has a great idea. She's like, let's call the Coast Guard.
I also didn't understand what was the point of that.
They're calling 911.
I didn't understand what was the point of the Coast Guard members being evil.
I think they were just saying we got all our grounds covered. Like, we know people are gonna not. Some people are gonna get kidnapped. Some people are not gonna get kidnapped, and some people are gonna call the police and be like, something's going on. But it's like, we got them under wrap.
The police?
The police, yes.
Why were the police evil? Is what I'm saying.
Because they took over their bodies.
Is that what it is?
So they control the police, they control everything. So no one calls the police, no one tries to get off the island. We gotta keep this on the hush hush.
Whatever.
So the Coast Guard, unbeknownst to them, are actually monsters. The Coast Guard's like, okay, yeah, we'll send someone out. Just stand by the shore, because they told their Coast Guard like their friend is missing. Not that it was taken by monsters, smartly. So they wait on the beach for the Coast Guard to come. They never come. The next day, they wake up and the island is perfect. So last night, the island was destroyed. There's glass everywhere. Buildings are down. But this morning, everything's nice. Don't know how they did that. Not sure if the demons work overtime to make everything pretty. Not sure about that one. But when they wake up, everything's teeny, like nothing ever happened. My favorite part. They do some they check everything out. Daphne goes by the pool and there's a band playing. Just
Sugar Ray.
Ray.
Please don't leave me hanging on and on.
You know why they put them in the movie?
Because they wrote that Daphne gets distracted by a band and they wanted to put a real band in there, and because they were on the soundtrack?
Yeah, because, back in the day, they used to put
they used to put soundtracks to movies. It's not a big deal anymore, but they used to do it all the time.
But yes, they're in it. They're also. So Daphne is distracted by them. They're flirting with her. They're flirting with her. She's flirting back with them. And she sees their eyes go a different color, and she's like, "Oh my god, they're monsters." Soon after, Daphne gets attacked by Ogamajago. Igutana, who captures her and takes back the demonitis. While that's going on, Scooby and Shaggy are off on their own thing. They almost get attacked, but they make it away on motorcycles and whatnot. And then they stumble upon Mary Jane. She stops them on the motorcycle and is like, help me, my friend's eyes were a different color. And they tell her to hop on. They're driving, they're vibing. She gets hit by a branch and her face goes all messed up. And Scooby...
Her face is all warped.
Yeah, Scooby sees her warped face and her green eyes. And he's like, oh, she's been possessed.
This bitch is a monster.
This bitch is a monster. Which kind of reminds me, that scene's almost as creepy. Have you ever seen Wreck-It Ralph?
No.
There's one scene in Wreck-It Ralph when you realize the guy is evil, and when he turns back to his like regular form, that's what the scene reminded me of. You should see, it's really good.
Heard good things.
Don't go turbo. You're not gonna go turbo, are you? You don't even understand. Scooby sees that she's a demon. They park their bikes. They pull over. Scooby's like, back away from my man friend, or I will kill you. I've never seen him go like, he went off. He was like,
and
he's usually not that serious, you know?
And Shaggy's like, Scoob, what's wrong? What's going on? And he's like, she's a monster. Scooby's like, this bitch is possessed.
Scooby-Doo, like, what are you doing, man?
Raggy, Larry Rangers are ready to rest.
Mary Jane is a man in a mask.
Dude,
What are you doing, man? Step off, Scoob.
Raggy, we're all ripped.
I'm whipped. Oh, yeah? Well, why don't you say that to my face, man?
We'll read it right now. Right back.
No, Scooby-Doo, your mom eats cat poop. Bring it. You want some? You want a little piece of the shag shirt? Feel the pain.
Okay.
They reading each other to film.
Right, and they were acting like they were about to box. Before anyone could swing, the Scooby-Doo is standing on some type of a floor that opens up, and he falls inside of it. Scrappy is like, oh no, Scrappy.
Not so easy now, is it?
No, it is easy. Shaggy is like, oh no, Scooby, where'd you go? Mary Jane's like, forget about him, let's go. And Shaggy's like, no, he's my best friend. I have to go. Shaggy dives headfirst into this hole, which I thought was crazy. He can't find Scooby-Doo, but he does find, he's like underground in like a cave system, but he does find a vat of protoplasm, which is like, I don't know, like their souls or something. It's supposed to be like their souls.
I read that so when they originally like did the movie, whatever, and they screened it to, like for screen testing and like market research or whatever, it didn't go over well with like religious people, because they would describe like, oh, their bodies leaving their bodies and going into the monsters. They were using the term souls. And, like, it didn't read well with, like, people who were religious.
In the movie they were using, okay.
So they replaced souls with protoplasm.
Okay.
So every time they say the word protoplasm,
they mean souls. Yeah, because that's what I take it as.
Yeah.
But I guess in this movie they call it protoplasm, which is basically their souls in a big vase. It's represented by, like a bluish, headish...
floating thing.
So Shaggy walks over to this vast of protoplasm souls, and he looks inside of it, and the first one he sees is Velma, or Velma's screaming at him. She's like, Shaggy, Shaggy, and he sees Velma, and Velma's like, this is my protoplasm, you have to like get me out of here so I can get back to my body. He's like, okay, so he picks up Velma and he lets her go, and then we see Velma's soul fly across the island, and then she finds her body and she hops into it. Luckily, she's at the back of like this line of demons, but she hops into her soul. They don't see her fall off. She has this like spasm, and the demon comes out of her body, and she's officially in her body. Luckily, when this happened, she was standing outside, and the demon starts to bubble up, and they
don't like sunlight.
Disappears because they don't like sunlight.
He explodes. He doesn't disappear.
Which explodes. Which is why they need
bodies, these host bodies, to live in,
so they can, walk in the daylight, because they're fine at night, but in the daylight they can't do it.
They're night walkers.
So then Shaggy finds Fred's protoplasm, Daphne's
protoplasm,
and he sends them on the way. So first we see Fred try to find his body, but his body walks behind the door, and it confuses Fred. He doesn't know what to do. And then we see Velma sees that Daphne's soul is coming, and she corners Daphne's body into a room, and she opens
the blinds. So when the monster does come out of her body, it will explode via the sunlight. So Velma pushes Daphne into the room with her. Protoplasm enters Daphne's body. The monster comes out and explodes from the sunlight because Velma opened up the blinds. And then she turns to Daphne and she's like, Daphne, Daphne. And he's like, I'm not Daphne. It's Fred.
I like how they use their actual voices.
Yeah, I like it too.
You know what's funny? This is almost like that movie we watched, It's What's Inside.
This is better because this is campier.
Because they go back to their bodies.
Yeah, because everybody goes back to their rightful bodies as they should. And so Fred's soul is now in Daphne's body. And Velma's like, well, how the fuck did you get here? And Fred in Daphne's body is like, look, I was trying to find my own body. I got confused. I
panicked.
just took the quickest body I could find. I panicked.
As
And
we all
then
do.
now we see Daphne's protoplasm looking for her body, and she ultimately goes into Fred.
We've all been there, eh?
We've all been there.
So the next scene we see them, somehow they're all converging in the middle of the woods. I don't know.
Somehow they all meet up in the forest.
Yeah, for whatever reason they know to go there, and they run into each other. I love Fred's Daphne walk, as an actor.
Hey, good looking.
Well, not Fred, because he's
Fred.
he's Daphne,
Hands on his hip.
and he's got his purse, and that's really good. So yeah, they converge in the middle of the woods, and
They're trying to switch back to each other's bodies.
they put the demonitis in the middle of them, and their souls switch. But once again, it's not proper. Daphne might go into Shaggy's body this time. Shaggy goes into Velma's body. It's all messed up.
And then Fred turns to Velma. They're all in different bodies. But Fred turns
Soul.
to Velma and is like, what's going on? And Velma's like, if my calculations are correct, the proximity of the demonitis and our souls will continue to switch until we are all back into our rightful bodies.
Doi.
And so that's what happened. So everybody gets back into their rightful bodies, and they realize that the
Demonitis
is the main power source to this body soul switching shit.
Yes. So after this, they're like, okay, we need more information. They go back to Voodoo Mama Juju, excuse me. And he lets them know that the demons they plan to perform this ritual. I think it's called the DeMarco. I don't know what's it called. They plan
Some sort of demonic
ritual, yes. Which will allow them to rule on the world
for 10,000 years.
But in order to succeed in this ritual, they need one pure soul. It has to be sacrificed, along with the demonitis. All this got connections. And then they realize that the one pure soul is Scooby-Doo, a dog.
Which is just like a crazy assumption.
Oh,
It's like it must be Scooby-Doo.
I mean, one, do dogs have souls?
Because Fred raises the question, well, where are they going to find one pure
soul.
human soul? And then Velma said, I ain't say shit about it being human. And then it pans to Scooby-Doo, and we see him now.
Yeah, because the whole time he's been missing. We don't know where he was.
Because he fell through that hole when he was beefing with Shaggy, and now we see him again. He's met by Ngutana. Ngutana takes him to the real headmaster.
Number one.
The real HBIC. And that's
Mondavarius.
So, Mondavarius is behind all this shit. Mondavarius sitting up there, he's talking to Scooby, he's buttering him up, he's offering him Scooby snacks, and he's like, oh, I'm just so honored, so privileged to have you here. I'll take care of you. I'll be good to you. Unlike that shitty friend of yours, Shaggy. I almost said Scabby. He didn't care about you. He didn't value you. He didn't appreciate you. And you know what, Scooby? You know what I want you to do? I want you to be my sacrifice. And Scooby, being a fucking dog, he doesn't know what the fuck that means. So he's like, yeah, sign me up. I'll be your rat.
I'm still not sold that he has a pure soul, but I guess, he's a dog, so he hasn't done anything. But, do dogs have souls? That went along for the Catholics. They didn't mind that.
The dog lovers will say.
He's got protoplasm. I don't know.
I don't know.
So at this point, Fred, Daphne, and Velma, and of course Shaggy, who's been along with this whole time, they all agreed to put their differences aside, team up in order to save Scooby, and the world from destruction.
Yeah.
So, cue a montage of them somehow being able to just freely walk in that freaking cave downstairs and like hook shit up and like
Yeah, now
prepare.
we're in a cave.
Well, yeah, so that's where he found the protoplasm.
Oh, we're in the cave where they found the protoplasm.
Yeah,
Okay.
but now it's just like there's no security down here.
Guess not.
They're just setting up,
Yeah, y'all got
setting up traps.
Hundreds of souls laying down
Right.
here.
They're setting
y'all
up traps, just doing the damn thing. So they're getting ready. That everything's prepped. They're running through the plan one more time. But unfortunately, the ritual starts earlier than what they thought. Once again, their first plan goes awry.
Mm-hmm.
So
As
the
normal.
as normal. The ritual started, the plan's going awry. Velma and Fred are now part of the ritual. They have to like pretend to be zombie demon monsters.
This is what the monsters say.
So this TikTok of this guy was like, every time I think he was like dancing to this song, and I was like, I guess it does go hard. You know,
It does.
soundtrack of this movie, pretty fun.
Oh, really? Let me see.
It's got some great
I bet it
songs.
does.
I mean,
This was the era of
they got
movie soundtracks.
Right. They got some rap songs in here, you know. Solange has a slowdown of Scooby-Doo, where are you? There's fucking
Their title theme song.
Busta Rhymes, Outkast, Master P. It's dope. Sugar Ray, Busta Rhymes, All Stars, Bump in the Night, Bump in the Night. A lot of bangers.
Mm-hmm.
I just love the Master P, Outkast. What else I say? You know, the rap. I think it's fun. But anywho, I don't know why I brought that up. Yeah.
All the demon people, all these college kids that are possessed by demons, they're all in the cave. They're doing their ritual chants.
Oh, that's what I brought the song.
This is what the monsters say. And then Fred and Velma are in there. They're trying to blend in with the demons as they're doing their demon chants.
While Scrap Shaggy. Well, we
somewhere. Shaggy.
So Shaggy's got he's knocked somebody out on accident. He puts
Some
on
guard.
their costume, their outfit, and he goes up to Scooby, who's like being like carried by everybody because he's a sacrifice.
He's being hoisted.
He's a sacrifice. And he goes to talk to Scooby. He's like, "Hey, Scooby, I know we had a falling out, but you need to know you're my number one dog, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And you're not a sacrifice. You don't need to do this. You need to come with us now so you can survive.
We need to get the fuck up out of here."
And Scooby's hearing this. He's like, "Yeah, you're right. Let's go." But at this point, it's too late. So at this point, Shaggy has convinced Scooby to come along, but it's too late. Mondovarius has got his machine set up. He takes Scooby's soul out of his body.
Oh, and he's taking them other souls.
He's taking them other souls, and he's putting them into the demonitis. Or he has a demonitis on him, but
the demonitis is on Mondovarius' chest. Mondovarius is taking all of the souls out of the little vase holding cell that they're in.
the vase.
As well as sucking Scooby-Doo's soul.
Which is the one.
So he's getting all the souls, and he's getting that one pure soul that he needs to complete his evil plan.
So right before Scooby goes into the demonitis, Shaggy's like, not my friend. And he hops on. So the demonitis, for whatever reason, is attached to like this, like, I don't know, like a
crane.
A crane, thank you. A crane. So Shaggy jumps on it and stops the crane from.
He's really good at this game.
Oh, yeah. Full circle. Right, the crane. Look at you. 10 out of 10. So he jumps on and he stops. Now, he didn't stop all the souls from going to the demonitis, but he stops Scooby's soul, which is a very important soul. Scooby's soul goes flying around, and eventually makes it into.
Oh, look at you!
What? Good job.
Like a 2-year-old.
Full circle. And Scooby makes it back into his body. Then Mondovarius, from all of this hoopla, he falls over. Velma and Fred, they go over there. They go over to his body.
They check the scene out.
Yeah, check the scene out. Fred notices that there's a little cut in his face area. So he's like, look at this.
A man behind a mask.
So
he pulls it back, And it is revealed that Mondavarius is a robot.
That's confusing.
But what's even more revealed is that controlling that robot is the body of Scrappy-Doo.
Now, do you know what we forgot to fucking talk about?
We did. Oh my god. As soon as I said Scrappy-Doo, I was like, I completely forgot. Fast rewind. They had a flashback moment when Velma was busy over there looking at the demon riders at the fucking open bar getting drunk with some guy. She was telling him about the good old days that they used to have as Mystery Inc. when they were in high school. Flashback time, everyone's in the car, Mystery Inc., they're riding around. Fred was so hot, Velma was so popular, Shaggy and Scooby so fucking goofy and lovable. And like every family, there's always one nut. The one nut was Scrappy-Doo. He pisses on fucking Daphne. Fred's like, you're annoying. You're annoying. He's like, Scrappy's like, look, it's about time y'all turn to me as your supreme leader. If not, I'm out of here. And they're like, bye, bitch, you're annoying. So.
Also, this is Scooby-Doo's nephew.
It's his nephew? I thought it was his cousin.
His nephew.
Oh.
Which I always thought was kind of weird that they just threw that dog on the side of the road. But he's not a puppy. He's got a
glands issue.
So he's actually
he's not even a puppy.
Yeah,
he's a grown man.
Don't feel too bad for him being on the side of the road.
Yeah. Because he may look cute and adorable like a little baby, but he's not a baby. He's a grown-ass man.
He's a man-child.
So they kick him to the curb.
That's the last I've ever seen him in.
And now he's plotted his revenge.
Plotted his whole revenge.
So fast forward back to where we were. The robot is being controlled by Scrappy motherfucking Doo. Velma and Fred are like, what the fuck? Scrappy-Doo, what the fuck you doing here?
Puppy power, he says. Before, he's like, okay, I didn't get Scooby-Doo, but I got a good amount of souls. And he starts to power up, and he was once a tiny little puppy-sized human. But now he's this big monster dog. And he starts raging havoc upon everybody. He's knocking people over. He's throwing people.
He's trying to get to Scooby.
While this is going on, Daphne has her own plan. She's in charge of opening up the skylight. So whenever
this cave.
Yeah. So whenever they release
the souls
and the monsters come out, that they have a way to killing them, which is with the sunlight.
Yeah.
So she's up there trying to get the vent open to bring some sunlight into this dark situation. You know what I'm saying?
And here comes this fucking wrestler that had no point this entire fucking movie.
Maybe for the scene.
I guess this is why he's here.
I guess so.
So she has to battle it out to open up this hole in the cave with this wrestler. She's on the top of the fucking mountain. She's trying to battle it out with him. Remember, these 2 years off that Mystery Inc. weren't working together, she was learning Kung Fu.
Kung Fu Wee. I'll take the Kung Fu. Papa.
What the Kung Fu Do? What the fuck? Why can't I? What is it called?
Now you fucked me up.
Exactly.
Karate. What are you trying to say?
Kung Fu! She was learning motherfucking Kung Fu!
Yes.
I was supposed to say Kung Fu Do.
I was supposed to say. She's using her Buffy the Vampire skills that she put on the shelf a couple years ago. She's putting them to use in this fucking movie.
And she's whipping ass!
She's karate chopping.
But he is a big wrestler, so he's giving her the business as well. So that's happening on the outside while we're back in the cave. So Scrappy-Doo, he's wreaking havoc on the cave, in the cave. He's trying to get Scooby. Shit's going awry. Fred and Velma, they're defending themselves off against the henchmen that are in the cave. Everyone's fighting.
At one point, Shaggy and Scooby, they go hiding in some little area, but they're captured by Mary Jane, who is still a demon, and she uses her super strength to give Scrappy Scooby-Doo. So all seems like it's coming to an end. But Scooby gets on that freaking crane that he's good at doing. Full circle moment. Because he knows how to navigate.
He knows how to work a crane.
He uses the crane to pull out the demon riders from Scrappy's chest, making him back into a tiny little puppy. While at the same time, Daphne has defeated the wrestler guy. He falls through the vent that she was trying to open. He falls through it, creates this big blast of light, and he also, in his descent into the cave, he knocks over the vase of protoplasm, releasing all the souls. So all those souls are going back into their bodies. All the souls that were in the demon riders are going back into their body. And Scrappy is now just a little puppy again. He tries to stand up to Scooby, and Scooby just like flicks him to the side. And that is the end of Scrappy's revenge.
Mr. Ink did it! They defeated the evil monster.
But we always have time, to like show a little love, kissy kissy.
So Velma makes out with the guy who she was smooshing it up with at the bar, who was getting her drunk.
Yeah.
She rekindles with him. We didn't really talk about him, but she found her a little love on the island.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't in the movie that much.
Mary Jane and Scrappy. What the fuck is that? Shaggy. Mary Jane and Shaggy, they smoke a blunt or something. And then Fred and Velma, they kiss.
For the first time in forever.
For the first time, they make out. And all's well as ends well. We're all in the cave.
Wait, hold on. Oh, and
we hear a knock from underneath the ground. Shaggy's like, what's that? Who is this? He opens up what appears to be a door. Some sort of secret passageway underneath the cave. And out comes the real Mondovarius. He's got long hair. He's got this full beard. He tells him about how 2 years ago, Scrappy-Doo appeared up at his doorstep trying to audition for a role as one of like the little fucking like elves or something.
Right.
And then the next thing he knows, he's locked up in the bottom of that motherfucking jail cell.
2 years.
And he's taking over his island. That man been down there for two fucking years.
Oof, that's sad. He's very happy for a guy who's been locked away 2 years.
I know.
I'd have been crying, shitting, laughing.
I'm like, oh my god, thank you. So, Oswald, that ends well. Mr. Ink has solved another mystery.
Scrappy and Henchman are racing.
Yeah, we're making our way outside. We're at the front of the island now. We see Scrappy, the wrestler, and OG Tuna. OG Tana. Whatever his name was. They're all getting carried away in a helicopter to jail. Here comes the news reporters. Here comes the screaming fans. Here comes the interviews. Everyone's running to Fred. Hey, Freddie. Mr. Ink's back together. Y'all solved another mystery.
Yes.
How did you do it? You know what? I think I'll let the Velmster take this one and explain it. Finally! Fred's not being a dick, and he gives Velma her opportunity and her credit.
So everyone got their redemption arc. Daphne wasn't a damsel in distress. Velma got the spotlight she's so much deserves.
And Fred did the bare fucking minimum.
Fred shut the fuck up. And Scrappy saved his one friend Scooby. And that's all I can, hope from a rowdy group of kids who solve mysteries and kick ass and take
all
names.
That fun stuff. That's all we can ask for, you know.
10 out of 10. Which character do you most identify with?
Oh, probably Fred.
That is hilarious. I am definitely Velma.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Velma gives me like middle child vibes. I mean, obviously not. I'm not like smart like Velma, but I'm just like.
Oh yeah, you're definitely fitting that.
Here we go again. I know everyone's like, okay, black sheepish kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
How do you identify with Fred? Just like put me. I thought you were gonna say Daphne.
What a sprinkle of Daphne.
We all hope to have some Daphne in us. Also, I really love her.
And a hint of Montevarius.
Little sprinkle of crazy. Little crazy robot been trapped in a dungeon.
Right.
So which one's your favorite? Scooby-Doo number 1 or Scooby-Doo number 2?
Oh, definitely number 1. I don't even like number 2 fucking sucks.
I don't think number 2 sucks.
I don't even remember what number 2 is about.
It's this guy owns a museum of all basically the mysteries that they solved, and then like almost some souls, basically like a soul thing, but like the souls get put back into the monsters and become real monsters. And there's that girl who's like the monster.
Oh, freaking
Clueless. What's her name?
Alyssa Silverstone.
And
Alyssa. Yeah, not so easy.
Alyssa Silverstone. And then Seth Green's in it. And he plays Velma's lover.
Right.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
It's not as great as the first one.
Yeah. Which is I heard why they never came up with a third one, which sucks. Let's see how much the second one made.
Yeah, the second one didn't do as hot. That's why.
But they never do. But did it do that bad? Let's see.
I mean, yeah, they never do.
The second one's got a 23% run to tomatoes.
Even worse.
Oh, come on. They said the budget was between 25 and 80 million. Let's say it was 80 million. How much you think?
25 to 80?
Yeah.
What the hell?
You know, they're not
That's the
telling me.
largest fucking range I've
I
ever
know.
heard.
Let's say 80 million. What do you think the box office was for them not to make a third one?
180.
That's right on the fucking dollar. 181.2 million.
I do this.
Is that not enough for a second one? That's pretty good.
They was probably hoping for that 230 mark.
Maybe.
But yeah. But it's just gonna make less. So if you make a third one,
I know.
then the third one's gonna make like 90. And your budget is also gonna be 90. And
Yeah.
then you make no money. You know how this goes.
I know.
We're Hollywood producers.
I would-
You know how this goes.
I would have loved for a third one. And I hate remakes. Obviously, it's too late for them to remake because they're so old. But I would have loved to remake a third one.
Oh yeah, me too.
I would've loved
mean,
a
yeah,
third
it's
one.
definitely not gonna happen.
Yeah.
now.
I mean, if they
I'm
do
okay
it,
with the third one not existing because I really don't like the second one that
No.
much.
they can. If they said they were making a third one, would you go see it? Would you support it? Would you be like, ugh, or would you be like, yeah, okay, I'll watch it?
I mean, yeah, why wouldn't I? Actually, I wouldn't go see it in theaters.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a movie in theaters since
Just gotta
2018.
get into it, yeah.
So that's not gonna happen.
Well, Wicked, here we come.
Oh yeah.
Ah!
I thought fucking Blink Twice was gonna be
That's
the
on
one.
something. Have you seen it yet?
No. I thought that was gonna be the one to get me out
You
in
gotta
the
do it.
seats.
It's on Fandango. Actually, it's
You have
not
to
free
pay
yet.
for it.
I know.
Girl.
Some things I'm just like, let me just pay for it. Let me pay the $20. Let me do it. That one's got a 74
Yeah.
rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Unfortunately, I was in the salon. They were talking about it, so I kind of get what it's kind of
Aw,
about. So
damn.
it was kind of spoiled.
That fucking sucks.
Yeah.
When you got your braids?
Yes, they were talking about it because they said it was really good, but I was like, oh damn, okay, I got it,
bet.
guys, I get it. But I think it's still gonna be shocking. But I know the plot. You know, the plot under the plot they didn't want to tell you about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're just like friends meet together at a pool party and things go awry. I know what the
Right.
awry is. But it's okay. I'm still gonna see it. Yeah. An audience review. Blink Twice is the first film I've seen that includes a trigger warning before it starts, and rightfully so.
Oh,
Jesus.
God. Fantastic.
Sign me
Jesus.
up. I'm just ready to see some fucking Channing Tatum.
Right. Give me that.
Give me that. I wonder if Zoe Kravitz is actually in it or not. Maybe a little bit. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Okay, so that's all, folks.
All right, it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun.
Yeah, don't forget to check us out. Let us know what you think.
Catch you fuckers later.
Follow
Bye.
us everywhere. Toodaloo.